All right, so I'm going to be going through the last 2 weeks of June with the rules I've implemented to change the FVGC strategy. So a lot of people were asking me about my draws and my rules. Um, and yeah, so all right, so this is Monday the 15th. This is the first day of the last 2 weeks of June. So now I'm gonna first, before doing anything, I'm gonna make a list for everybody on the DOLs because this was highly requested. So depending on how market structure is moving, which I will show later on, it's unfilled gaps, unfilled high time frame gaps, session highs and lows. Now recently I've been loving this a lot more. Opening range highs and lows. And 6 a.m. highs and lows. And just buy side liquidity and sell side liquidity. So this tends to be most of them. These tend to be most of my draws. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else because to be honest, I don't really think so. Yeah, those are draws. So for everyone who needs it, here are the draws. We'll have it in the recording. But yeah, for now, let's begin. Let me show you guys how I mark out the draws as well. So hop on right before market open, hop on the 15-minute time frame. This red zone is Asia, this blue zone is London. We have our London lows available, we have our Asia lows available, we have this unfilled 15-minute, and then 5-minute, nothing really, and that would be it. And then we can just consider this some sell side. So that's kind of what I do, market open. You could, me personally, I don't do this because I have an indicator for it, but you could look like further back here and then see that we're obviously in a gap right now and other gaps there. And not to mention this new week opening gap. I'm just going to do this because we'll see how long it takes since we actually fill it. All right, so let's get into market open. So market opens and we instantly start pumping up. No setups just yet. Here's our first setup. Now, firstly, I'm not taking this setup because I just feel like we need more structure in the market, and I just don't feel that comfortable taking a setup when it's the high of our current session, which is one of my rules. I'll make that list later. So yeah, I would not be taking this. Yeah, so this does end up failing. Or, I mean, hitting TP, but me personally, all this chop, I'm not trying to hold through it. I'd rather just wait for some more structure. And right here, we get our structure. We have a lot more structure within the market. On the higher time frame, we're just kind of moving up, and it just looks nicer. And then now that it's 9:45, this is our opening range high. So very close to this opening range high. I could almost guarantee that we were taking this. There we go. Quite certain that we will take this. So for risk now, we're going to risk as if we're on a 50K eval, which we can pass in 2 days. So 50% consistency on the eval, and then funded rules, just we'll get to that later. So say you want to half pass your eval. For this, I would risk 2 contracts to half pass it, 1.6K to pass the eval. Instantly break even now that we took out this opening range high. And boom, there. Eval is half passed currently with this nice winning trade of the day. Now we're currently up 1.6 on this account. We're going to move on to the next day. Now let's start our pre-market analysis again. So already coming into the market, we still have this unfilled new week opening gap. We have this Asia low, unfilled 15-minute, unfilled 15-minute, London highs. On the 5-minute, relatively the same thing. So immediately coming into the day, I feel that we are just going to be kind of like going up to take these to come down to take Asia lows. So I'm kind of confident Asia lows being taken. Hopefully we can get set up towards them that follow all the rules. So now let's see. Okay, nice. Instantly we took Asia lows. I'm looking for longs until this unfilled gap. No setups to either side presented yet. This is invalid because we interacted with the swing and failed to close above, which is just one of the basic rules of the strategy, which I'll get to later. Let's see now. It's 9:45 almost, and this long is invalid because we got our entry into an opposing gap. So opening range highs have been taken with no setup given towards them. Now we just have this unfilled 15-minute. Kind of just start chopping, nothing really that deep showing. Finally getting some bearish displacement. We still have these resting opening range lows here. This is invalid. We're inside of an opposing gap. 10 a.m. open back here somewhere as well. So kind of just being patient, not trying to take any losing setups when we're risking half of our eval, trying to pass. Now let's see. Waiting for our candle closure. Okay, so this seems like a valid setup here. 30-point stop loss. Now we have this trade looking very nice. We have our opening range lows available. Right here, our opening range lows. And yeah, looks like very valid. Let's see any reason this would fail. Not in any high time frame gaps by the looks of it. So yeah, no reason for me why this should fail. Any reason to go break even? To be honest, no reason at all. We could just go break even, maybe. Yeah, no, not really much reason. Maybe here, but me personally, I don't think. Yeah, we don't need to be going break even there. Not for me at least. I'll say we'll go break even when we hit a 1-to-1, so somewhere around here. All right, let's start. Plus, I'm very certain in these hitting, this draw hitting. So we'll risk our 1K. We need to risk a bit more. So yeah, there we go. To pass, we need this much. So this is to pass our eval. Alrighty. We also took out these equal lows, which were an intermediate low within our 1 minute. So safe to say, I'm gonna go break even right here. Trail stop loss and boom. So there we go. We just passed our eval in 2 days. Our 50% consistent eval has been passed in 2 days. The first 2 days of the week. So now we have the whole rest of the week to try to get our first payout for people who haven't gone payout before. So yeah, now we're gonna move on to the next day. Start with our analysis. Is the stream lagging for anyone? Okay, so just as a little day 2, eval passed, balance on funded 0, so just 50K flat. So now, for example, say that this is what's a very commonly used plan. I would say a lucid flex, also a very good plan for beginners. So lucid flex, we need 5 days of minimum profit 150 to get our payout. So yeah, let's start. We have this minor sell side. We're inside of this 15-minute already. On the 5, this unfilled 5. This unfilled 5. All right, so we have draws both ways, to be honest. So it could be a day where we'll have to kind of wait for 9:45 or something, but we shall see. Instantly dump off market open. Took almost everything. Definitely would rather be in longs than shorts, which is now proved by this bullish order flow. Okay, so we've just kind of had a dump to tap these draws. These draws sent us higher. So 9:45 is about to happen, and here it is. Our 9:45 high is literally, our opening range high is literally the candle already. So here it is. Okay, we just got this set up to these opening range highs. Doesn't look too bad. My only issue is we're reacting out of a gap right now. So let me show everyone. We have this little mini gap. This is how our trade would look. So only issues with this trade is this 15-minute was tapped up here, and now we're getting sent lower. So this candle could still be dumping because it's a reaction candle. So let's see how it looks, how it plays out. Yeah, instantly stopped out. So still waiting for that reaction out of that gap to finish. Now we could actually just be coming for these opening range lows here. Right now, really don't know which one would be taken. Literally just chopping in the middle. All right, looks like, yeah, the bottom one was taken. So now I would be more ideally looking for longs because we have a lot more to come up for rather than down. So yeah, we're just chopping. Not really seeing anything. There, we get this bullish setup. $40-point stop loss. Is the screen stuck? Should be good. Okay, so this looks good. We just swept everything. We're delivering out of this high time frame gap, and we have a very clear break-even point, which is this 5-minute gap. Once we tap it, we will be moving all stops to break even. So yeah, clear break-even point, good trade, clear draw, and clear reaction. Honestly, this is kind of all we need. We'll just take that 1-to-1. 800 risk first trade on the funded. Break even here. And boom, there's our CP. So we're currently up 800 on our funded account. A1 funded, $800. Nice. Next day. So far, this is looking like the draws the 5-minute gap. Why? Because unfilled gaps are magnets for price because price moves to them and then price has a reaction out of them, like a pit stop. All right, let's see pre-market analysis. So it's kind of just swept everything. This. A lot of bearish gaps on this leg here. So primarily shorts on the day for sure. We have all of this stuff down here. And we're approaching our, oh wait, I actually think we filled it. Yeah, we filled our new week opening gap, so no need for that anymore. So London and Asia, those are intact. I'm very bearish on this day. Let's see. So instantly, yeah, bias was correct. Start dumping a lot. Looking for a short setup. Not getting any just yet. We get this bullish setup, but oh wait, no, we don't even get it. Now we got it. I'm not really that interested in longs right now. We have this unfilled gap resting up there, but I'm just not really that interested in longs. So it's good. This still ended up working out, but I'm just gonna wait, sit on my hands because I'd rather find a good trade than a losing trade because I'm definitely short to these lows on today. And we have our opening range lows. Let me just mark these out. Right there. All right. We're currently waiting now. This gap, we have this gap here earlier in the session, and now we've just had a big displacement candle. This does look good. We'll do 55-point stop loss, and then we can target these opening range lows for 1.79R. 98 points though is slightly much, I think. I don't like having to target, like I said, more than 65 points. Because I just feel like this setup doesn't really have enough kick in it to really get more than 100 from 100 to 150 points based off my backtesting, unless we're in a crazy high volume day, and volume just doesn't seem that high today. So yeah, 98 points is too much. It's also breaking my rules, so I'm just gonna play it safe with a 1-to-1 because 55 points is a lot for one mini. Any break-even spots? Yes, right here. This unfilled 1 minute gap. It's a gap if you guys can see. And this looks very valid. We're reacting out of this 5-minute bearish gap and want shorts to be played out for us. And we are risking 1.1K on our funded because we made pretty good yesterday. We made 800. We can risk a little higher today. So boom, I'm break even there. And there's full TP. So this is day 2 of our funded. Oh wait, let's actually see if we were to hold all the way down here. Holy. We didn't even take them. Wait, do we take the highs? So we edged the opening range lows, came less than 13 points away, and then just flew to our opening range highs. Down. Yeah, so that's why, literally exactly why I have that rule. That's why it's important to always stick to the rules, guys. This would have been a break-even trade if you decided to target here. I don't like to target that much. Not much points at all. So yeah, now let me do, wait, how much was this trade? 1.1K, okay. Day 2 funded, 1.1K. So far, looking very good on our funded account. See how we can do on day 3. Now this is a Friday. Let's see how this does. Fridays tend to be choppy. Now let's do our pre-market analysis. Asia lows intact, London lows intact. Minor sell side. London highs just got swept. Have this buy side now. We're currently just tapped out unfilled 15-minute and unfilled 5. So okay, let's just see how this goes. Yeah, like these candles are ugly. This is some disgusting looking candles. And this is only 8. Yeah, this is like already looks like a low volume day. Like the candles just seem so small. We just tapped a swept buy side inside of a gap. So now looking for shorts. No shorts are presented. Do we retype it? No, we don't. Yeah, we resweep below in this gap and now are moving higher. Still no long setup. Still waiting. Maybe we can come down to this gap. What even is this? So now this gap is invalid. Maybe we can come down and tap this one. Get a little retrace before we go long. It's about to be 9:45 as well. Nice. Wait, was this a bank holiday Friday? Because these candles are not normal candles. Yes, okay, so this was a bank holiday as well. I'm gonna put my thing here. Stop would be 20 points. And it's currently 9:45, so this is our opening range high. Yeah. So definitely, this is a scary day. This is some crazy chop. I'm gonna have a very close break even right here. This is our high within this 1 minute. Hopefully we can get all 20 points. Maybe it'll go a bit higher. Then to get the 120, we have to get a little higher. So it's a bank holiday. Definitely de-risking today. $400 is fine. Nice break even. Just took the opening range highs. Have this huge rejection wick and edge TP. I'm just gonna, just to be safe, I'm gonna trail my stop to this low. And just keep trailing it because we now have all reason to reverse because we sweep this. So just to get some capital on the, yeah. So this would have been a break even trade anyways. So yeah, that was, I can't even remember how much. Was that 175? Yeah, I think 175. Day 3 funded 175. That's me personally. I'm really happy with that on a bank holiday because that is just some risky business. At least we came out with a little bit of profit on the day. Now, pre-market analysis of this Monday, 22nd of June. So immediately just looking, we already sweeped out our London highs. Yeah, we're clearly a lot higher than we were last week by the looks of it. Have this London low, have this unfilled. Wow, guys, big call today. This looks good. This looks good. We have this intermediate low. We have this. What's up, Leah? We have this unfilled and this minor sell side and this minor buy side. So let's get into the day. Instantly pump, sweep this out. Looking for shorts. We just got this short setup right here. This is invalid to me. So we just got this setup right here, but as you can see, we're currently inside of this bullish gap and could easily have a reaction out of it, and we have not inversed it yet. So even if this plays out, I'm not going to mess my psychology because I'm just following my rules. 9 times out of 10, this would fail. If this works, it works. So it did end up working today. I don't even think you would have hit TP. So yeah, that's why you always need to follow the rules. We resweep this buy side. So now not too bad. Might become our opening range high. So we just got this bear setup, but we're obviously in this gap, so this is invalid. Still works, but we would rather follow my rules and have higher probability because our aim is to have the highest win rate possible and conserve capital. So nice. We have our opening range highs and our opening range lows. Let's see if one of them gets taken. This is not a setup, is it? Yeah, no. And okay, yeah, no. So look, we have this setup right here, but we're just way too close to this. I'd have to basically go break even instantly, and yeah, I would have got B on this trade, so I wouldn't really want to take this just yet. Still not much. Just gonna wait patiently, to be honest. Hopefully we don't take out these opening range highs because this is definitely our most valid draw. Okay, we just tapped this gap to get a reaction on it. Is that a setup? No, because look, we failed to inverse this. Please give us a setup. Oh, nice. Okay, perfect. So we just tapped this and we got this setup right here. We have a 25-point stop targeting a 1-to-1. We're gonna have to go break even instantly once we take out these opening range highs. So hopefully we can get this. Anywhere to go break even, and not anywhere that it's invalidated before we take the highs. No, we have nothing against us. So yeah, this looks good. A bit too. I'm just gonna risk 500, or nah, let's do 800 risk. Yeah, 750 is fine. So risking 750. Looks pretty good. Break even. We might just get BE twice. Really, we get opening range highs and then it wicks us out. Okay, let's just hope. This is a rejection wick, so this still could send us higher. Oh, nice, perfect. So TP smashed. 750. Day 4 on the funded, 750. So we currently are, we're 6 trades in. The 2 that passed the eval and 6 trades in, we're currently at 100% win rate. We might be able to get this payout in our first, week. Nice. So here we go, Monday, looking good. Nice setup. Let's go into the next day. Pre-market. What the heck? Pre-market dumped almost more than 1,000 points, guys. Since we literally caught high of everything that trade, and since RTP we dumped 1,200 points. So I think it's probably safe to say shorts are definitely the way to go for a continuation, unless we see a very clear setup all the way up here. So I'm currently just marking out all of our unfilled gaps and intermediate highs and lows. That should be good. So definitely gonna see what happens. Market opens downwards. Literally, do we even manipulate into anything? Nothing much by the looks of it. All right, we just got this long setup. I wouldn't mind. We're not inside of any gap. I wouldn't mind just taking this to these unfilled gaps here. Doesn't even look too bad. So I'm gonna take this. We're very close to liquidity. I'm short on the day for sure. And definitely want to see this hit. I will be going break even when we anything here. What's our nearest point of invalidation? It would be not too sure. I think this is just our safest bet for break even right here, this high. because we have a lot of highs resting here that sent us out. So this high, why can't I? So this high here, tap this gap and then send us lower. And that is true for the yeah. So this 2-minute high will be my break-even point, and then I think I'll trail when we actually tap this gap because we're just this looks fine. I'm gonna just risk 1,000. We're looking good so far. So I'm break even there for sure. Wow. So we just got break even. Our first non-winning trade of the week. Can't win them all. That is perfectly fine with me because we didn't lose anything, but we also didn't gain anything either. Could have, when we tapped this gap, trailed just for a winning day because the account we're on has a 150 minimum day. But we're going to keep with our 1 trade a day. And yeah, that is fine. So day 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. We need one more day to request our payout. So this could have been our payout day, but we can just wait. So that's fine with me. Break even is really nothing that's going to affect my psychology. So yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that break even. Tuesday. Or wait, when? Thursday, my bad. Wait, no, Wednesday, sorry. Wednesday. So we have this Asia low, we have this buy side that swept London. We have Demon Thursdays incoming. We have these highs. And now, boom. Okay. Swap on. Immediately, ooh, is this Asia? Yeah, these are Asia lows. So if we take these Asia lows, I'll be looking for longs. Still nothing. Oh, okay, we just have this unfilled gap. We're gonna keep going higher or lower. You would not be focusing on the 30-minute. No, I do focus on them just because I'm just not gonna mark them out because there'll be so much to mark out. I just use the indicator, which I'm sure I shared with everyone already. That indicator. I'll make a channel with all my indicators so just everyone can see. But normally when there's a 5-minute and 15-minute or a 30-minute, normally when there's a 30-minute, 1 hour, or 4 hour, within that there's 5 minutes, 15 minutes, and hourlies. So either way, I will always double check. So we just swept out our, I think this is Asia. Yeah. So yeah, our setup, we just got a setup, but this trades into our Asia lows, so not too interested on taking this. Hence the reason why we literally fully reverse. Now it's 9:45. We created this opening range low, clearly very bearish on the day. Could potentially just I would probably bet that we're more likely to take out this than the highs. Okay, there we go. We just have this setup. 60 points. Just about a 1-to-1 to these opening range lows. And then our break-even point is going to be our most recent, nearest point of invalidation. So right here, we have this small 30-second, and we have this low inside of it. I'll be going break-even there. I'm comfortable risking 1.2K on this, very certain on this trade. Literally, look at that delivery. And bang, guys. So that's how fast you can just get a payout with the right risk, with the right psychology, the right rules. Day 6, funded. We made, wait, I can't even remember. 60 points. I think that's what? 1.2K. Nice. Total balance is 800 plus 1.1, 1.9, 1.2. This is 2.1, 3.1, 3.850, 3.950, and 4075. No idea if my math is right, but this is just about what I think it would be. And since we're on a lucid flex and there's no buffer, we can only withdraw 50% of our balance. So we get a payout of our max payout. So lucid is max payout is 2K on the 50Ks. So we just got our max payout in less than 10 days of trading this month. So 2 days to pass. So not even 10 days, 8 days, and we got our max payout from Lucid. And now we have a big buffer on the account of $2,075, and we just got our max payout. So literally, guys, this is just how easy it is. Like, that's it. We already got our payout just by doing this. So how many more days do we have till it's the 2 weeks? I think just Thursday and Friday. So I can I'll keep going for sure. So now I'm gonna stop with this. I just needed to show how fast it is to get a payout doing this. So 8 days, and we already get a $2,000 payout with a Lucid Flex 50K. So this is all Lucid Flex 50K, which I think is just $65 to buy anyway. So you basically just profited. You spent 65, and in 8 days you made more than, I don't know, 1,000,000,000% of that. So $2,000. How have you managed to get any payouts this month? Yeah, I managed to get 2 this month. All right, let's continue. But I've moved from after those 2 payouts, I moved to my funded futures. Now I'm just trying to get daily payouts because I'm just daily payouts seem lovely for me. Okay, so this is Thursday. Unfortunately, I think we can all remember how this Thursday was, and this was just dump Thursday. But for the sake of this, this is going to be a very important trade recap. Okay, so Is this a data week? Yeah, and we have our data week. So yeah, the daily plan is nice. TPT is the go for that, in my opinion. Yeah, TPT is also good, but my funded futures I can pass in 2 days and then get daily payouts with the same amount of buffer rules, and the payout cap is 10K. So me personally, I think my funded futures is the go for him for me. All right, immediately into market open. Oh wait, I missed this draw. We tap into this 15-minute. We start going lower. Now we just tap this gap, and we're going lower. And basically, if we look, we're currently inside. Oh wait, not just yet, actually. So just wait. Just tap this other one. Just so now we just swept every session low and high. And we are just good session, by the way, but it's time for me to go to sleep. All right, no worries. Thank you for joining. I'll catch you later, bro. All right, so we are just dumping like crazy, and we finally get the setup. But following my rules, this setup is invalid for me because was that not a valid setup above? I could have missed this. Is it this one? No, because we closed above 50% of this gap. Yeah, I followed 50% as well. So this trade is very just not it for me. We have a 100-point stop loss, which is too much. My max is 65 points, and this top candle has no wick. So I don't care if this plays out. It's not following my rules. So it does end up actually playing out. Now let me see. On the higher time frame, literally we're just rummaging down, but I'm not taking any trades until we inverse all of this stuff, because we could easily reverse at any point, and I'm not willing to gamble any of my capital. So I'm just going to skip the 15-minute, because right now I'm only interested in longs, and I do remember there was no longs presented in this whole move down. So I'm literally just going to wait until we inverse all of this. And if you also look, we are currently inside of a 4-hour gap, and these 4-hour gaps hold price, like they hold. We can easily reverse at any given moment and create some big rejection wick. So I'm going to wait for this 4-hour to inverse, and this 4-hour gets inversed in 10 minutes when we hit 10 a.m. So I'm just going to skip. Boom. It's currently 10 a.m. We just inverse the 4-hour. We also inverse all of these 15 minutes. We also inverse all of these 5 minutes. So now I'm comfortable taking shorts, because I don't care how many shorts worked here. I'm not breaking any rules because I want to be safe with my capital for sure. So I'm just going to be smarter. So let's start. Now I'm comfortable looking for shorts. I will take the first short setup that I see. We just got presented this long, I believe. Yeah, this is a long. Got another long. So this long does seem to play out. So nice. Now we're switching from shorts to longs. But if we look on the higher time frame, we currently just tapped this 5-minute. We finally are getting that retrace after this like 100 billion point dump. Wait, how many points actually was this? Almost 1,000-point dump. So we're finally getting our retrace. So now, now that we retrace into this gap, I am gonna look for shorts. Okay, by the looks of it, we just inverse this. So now we're disrespecting bearish gaps and seem to be respecting bullish gaps, but still anything could happen because we still have this resting here. So now we just tapped this gap right here. We just tapped this 5-minute. So now I'm definitely looking for a reaction to the downside. We just got this beautiful setup. We are reacting out of this 5-minute, already had nice rejection out of it. We have this 5-minute right here, this unfilled bullish 5-minute, which could definitely send price higher. So I'm gonna take a BE or TP depending on what it is. So yeah, so this is invalid for my rules because it's 75-point stop and we only take 65, but look what we can do. We have another valid stop loss placement, which is above the entry candle, because this strategy has 3 valid stop loss placements. We have it above the gap here, we have it above the thing that tapped the gap, above the candle that tapped the gap, or above the entry candle. And we can see here that this follows our rules. We're above the entry candle and we have 55 points. And then we can take our TP at this unfilled 5-minute right here. And no reason to go break even on this trade. We don't seem to have anything in our way. And we're also pretty bearish, definitely very bearish on the day. So here, too many, actually, no, that's pretty much. I'm fine with 1 mini, 1.1K. Nice. So there we go. Last day, I think. Is this Friday? Yeah. So this is our last day to conclude this coming session. Asia lows resting. London highs resting. Bunch of unfilled 5s that we're currently in. And yeah, so market opens, we dump into nothing. Now just waiting for any setup, to be honest. Looking quite choppy so far. Not really seeing much. This could be our setup. We have this unfilled gap. If we can close above here. Nice. So here's our first setup. Now I'm gonna just go over and make sure everything's valid. So we have our 1-to-1. maybe something we can target. By the looks of it, absolutely nothing. Opening range highs and lows have not been decided yet, and they're just safer to do a one-to-one. Let's see for break even. I would say our safest, yeah, this is our break even point. This is our high within the gap, so we'll go break even just when we tap that. And yeah, so this looks good. We are currently also delivering out of this 5 minute right here. So we have our longs, we just tapped it, and now we're gonna want to deliver up. So I'm gonna take this with 1 mini, 700 risk, and boom, TP in one candle. So there we go. This was the last 2 weeks of June, and if we were to add this to the eval, we'd be up even more. But for the Lucid Flex eval, we passed it in 2 days. We got a payout in our first 6 days on the funded. We got a max payout of 2K, and yeah, now let's look at the stats. So up 8K in the last 2 weeks, 100% win rate and 1 break-even trade. Very good looking 2 weeks, beautiful to see. As you can see, we took 1 trade a day every single day, and that is the best way that we perform, best possible, most valid rules. Just take your 1 trade. Risk was also good. This was our worst day, excluding break even. This was our lowest made day, which we got trailed out on a bank holiday, which I'm perfectly fine with. And yeah, so with a 100% win rate, 1 break even, up almost 9K in 2 weeks, targeting an average of 1.01 RR. This was our max RR. We managed to get 1 max payout and continue to build more on our buffer. And yeah, so we performed very well in these 2 weeks just by doing all of this. And yeah, so far we're at 100% win rate in the last 2 weeks. Now, I had previous questions. I listed my DOLs. You the best, bro. Love how he says we. It's gonna be all of us soon. Don't worry, guys. All right, so we have our draws on liquidity list I made. Now I'm gonna do my rules. I'm gonna try to remember all of them. Rules. So these are important. Just remember this. You can never really. A lot of it could also be quite discretionary, but most rules are no entry if entry handle has no wick in opposing direction. So what I mean by that, if we're looking for shorts and we get our short entry candle, but it has no top wick, we don't take that. Almost every time I've seen that fail. Next, no trade inside of high time frame gaps. Oh, sorry, wait, let me just specify this. No trade inside of opposing. So if we're looking for longs and we're in a long gap, in a bullish gap, we take that. If we're looking for longs in a bearish gap, we're fading that. Next, no trades after 11:15 a.m. Next, no. What do you classify as okay? Let me do that. 4 minute to 4 hour. And then BE. So then we have obviously BE at intermediate high / intermediate lows at liquidity. So if our trade goes past an opening range high, we go break even at the opening range high. Unfilled gaps. And now these vary, this unfilled gaps. So for the intermediate high and intermediate low, that can be in a gap from the 30-second to the 4 hour. So literally anything. So if we have an intermediate high or intermediate low or unfilled gap anywhere between these, we'll go break even. That includes 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, 1 hour, 4 hour. Next, I think this is actually most of it. Oh yeah, stop maximum size is 65 points. And I think this should be most of it. If you guys remember me saying anything else, let me know. But I think for the most part, this should be almost. Oh yeah, always trade towards liquidity, have direction. So you don't want to be taking a trade where there's absolutely zero liquidity and no trades at high or low of session. So your trade entry cannot be the high or the low of the current session. And then last rule is no trade if entry candle is close to or in a low time frame gap that has gone inversed. So 2, and that is close to, so that would be 5 points. Because then you just have to go break even very fast. Or if you're just in one, like you're in a trade, your entry candle is obviously invalid if it closes and it hasn't inversed the gap that is opposing it. So yeah, so this is all the rules. I think I should also start trading till 11:15. Till now, I only did till 10:15. Yeah, to be honest, 11:15 is a lot better because you also get all the macro windows. You get that 10:50 to 11:10 window, which I've actually seen perform quite well in some back tests. So yeah, here's our rules. We had our DOLs. So that is everything. That is fully how I trade it. If you guys just watched all of this and you don't know what the actual strategy is and you kind of just saw me do all of this, just trying to learn, you can easily learn the strategy on Riley's videos. He posts so many videos where he teaches it. So learn that strategy, come back to here, learn these rules, and then you'll get all the results you need. And yeah, perfect. So achieve 100% win rate, 8K in the last 9K almost in the last 2 weeks of June. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and yeah.